If your goal is to build an aesthetic physique, your exercise choice should be deliberate and to the point. This video is meant for beginners who want to start training but don't know where to begin, those who have been training for a while but don't see any results, and those who are from a powerlifting background and want to ease into bodybuilding. By the end of this video, you should be able to know the difference of compound and isolation movements, develop your own program tailored to your own physique, learn the principles of smart programming so you can tweak your existing routine, or if you wish to get the best possible start. Also, I won't be talking about progressive overload. That is a topic for another video. I will mainly talk about exercise selection and hierarchy. When I first started training, my goal was to look like a superhero. Broad shoulders, thick back, mountain traps, and bulging biceps. It was overwhelming to me how many body parts I had to focus on, so I worked everything. Have you ever fallen into the mindset of cramming? You try all the machines with 4 or 5 variations for each muscle group, and it's taking you 2 to 3 hours to complete an entire workout. You're too fatigued and mentally drained from the plethora of sets and reps that you're too sore for the next session. In your head, you say, "Oh wow, the gym is too hard, takes too long, I don't want to keep doing this if every session feels like torture. What am I doing wrong?" The answer is you're doing too much. Stop thinking about body part and start thinking of building muscle in terms of movement. A large chest is the byproduct of a heavy bench. A big back is the byproduct of heavy rows. Boulder shoulders are the product of heavy overhead presses. You cannot keep performing useless exercises for the body part that you're trying to target and you expect it to grow. It just doesn't work that way. It has to be deliberate, it has to be conscious, it has to be focused. So let's dive right in and talk about how you can train smarter, not harder. An effective program is as follows. Of course, you have to do your warm-up. Not a warm-up where you hold static stretches. I'm not talking about the stretches you learned at PE. I'm talking about dynamic stretching where you mimic the movements of the exercises you're going to be doing. From head to toe, the warm-up will include arm circles, front and side arm raises, leg swings, bodyweight squats, donkey kicks, and foot rotations. Movements of that nature that will prime your joints for the routine that you're going to be doing. Do not do your cardio session here. This is not the time for a full-blown cardio session. Next is the main compound movement. This is where the meat of the workout is. This is where you start. This is your bread and butter exercise. Compound movements involve multiple joints and muscle groups at the same time. So that's your bench press, your squat, deadlift, pull-ups, rows, shoulder press. These are all examples of compound movements. Because they involve multiple muscle groups, you can go heavier. You can overload on them. We do them first because the start of the workout is where you're strongest. After your compound movement, you do your accessory movements. Accessory movements are exercises that aid in the performance of the compound movement, and they are usually isolation movements involving the use of just one joint or a less intense variation of the compound movement. You can perform them with medium weight and a higher rep range of around 10 to 12 reps. For example, in my own training, I would do leg press after doing my heavy squats. I would do lat pull downs after my weighted pull-ups. I would do a machine press after heavy bench. Choose only 1 or 2 accessory movements. It's better to choose one exercise that has a purpose than to do 4 variations for nothing. I've actually been the guy who's done the flat bench and then I move on to the incline bench and then I do the decline bench in one workout. On top of that, I did chest flies and machine press and whatever else I felt would grow my chest. Looking back, I thought to myself, what was I really improving? What was I mastering? What was the purpose of all that hard work? So when I dialed it back and just focused on getting stronger with one movement, I started to see the results I was looking for. So after your accessory movement, you move on to your arms. Towards the end, you're probably winded and you've done the priority movements already. These exercises are just for you to have a little fun. You can do a couple of sets of curls and extensions to go with that sweet chest pump. 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps for the biceps and triceps, and you're golden. If you wish to do cardio, you can choose to wrap up your workout with a 10 to 20 minute cardio session. Or you can do it on a rest day, a separate day, just not before your strength training routine. Just so you have an idea, here's what a good workout day looks like. Let's say I'm doing a push day and my focus is a big chest and big shoulders. So I would bench press for 3 sets of 5. These are heavy weights. This is a powerlifting style kind of rep range. So I just do the required 5 reps. And then I'd move on to overhead press, also 3 sets of 5. I don't go too heavy where my form suffers. I go heavy enough so that I'm able to control the weight with the required number of reps. After the 2 main compound movements, I move on to the hammer strength press or any kind of machine press, and I just do 2 sets of 12. This is where I compensate for the volume, where I focus more on the contraction of the muscle, so I use medium weight. This is where I pump up, this is the pump up set. And then after that it will be lateral raise, which is 2 sets of 12, but medium weight as well. And then I finish the push day with rope extensions or any kind of tricep exercise for 2 sets of 15. So doing that's already an effective workout. It may seem minimal, but I've actually done a routine very similar to this, and that was all the stimulus I needed at the time. Of course, I performed them with intense focus and proper form every single time. So how do you split your routine so you hit all the body parts within the week? I'll keep it simple. I'll give you the splits I used to do that was effective for me, doing just 3 sessions a week. First is the push, pull, full. It could be MWF or TTHS depending on your schedule and preference. Workout 1 is push, where I work chest, shoulders, triceps, and quads. Workout 2 is back, focusing on vertical pulling. This involves lat pull downs and pull-ups. The vertical pulling is for width. Also, I include the rear delts, the biceps, and the hamstrings. Workout 3 is the full body day, where I do just 1 compound movement and 1 accessory movement for each group. So bench press and flies for chest, dumbbell and seated rows for back, then Bulgarian split squats and leg curls for legs. I finish off the workout with a bicep tricep superset. In total, I did just 8 exercises. It could take a little bit longer, but it's a great finisher for the entire week, given that this is the last workout day. So after workout 3, I rest 2 days and then repeat. Next is the alternating split, which is one of my favorites. Instead of 3 different workouts, I have just 2 workouts that alternate throughout the week or throughout the month. I call them workout A and workout B. So let's say you work out on MWF. Day 1 is workout A, day 2 is workout B, day 3 is workout A again. Next week you start with workout B, and so on. Workout A would be for chest and back, horizontal pulling. This is for thickness of the back. So you do a lot of your rows where the resistance is in front of you. And then some quads. Workout B will be for shoulders, and then back for back again, but focusing on vertical pulling where the resistance is above me. And then I do some hamstrings there. So I just alternate that throughout the week. So it hits all the muscle parts, all the muscle groups throughout the week. The point of all these splits, the point of a good workout split, is to work all muscle groups at least twice a week. I would like to dig deeper and discuss all the other details and planning that go into programming, but this video would take too long and you'll be overwhelmed with all the information. But I hope that was helpful to you. You gain at least the mindset and you realize the objectives of a good workout in this very short video. You may comment down below your questions and suggestions on what topic you'd like to hear next. But that's all I have time for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, less simping, more lifting.